Good evening. Breaking news to start with. As a dangerous heat wave has now turned deadly, the number of people killed so far, hard to believe, highly disturbing, and something we have never before seen in this province.
Tonight, a devastating picture is emerging of how many British Columbians have died from the oppressive heat, as officials warn the numbers will likely climb higher.
In Burnaby, 34 sudden deaths being reported over 2 days, all suspected of being heat-related.
In Surrey, the death toll even higher. 35 sudden death calls attended by first responders where heat was a contributing factor.
And in Vancouver, the numbers even more staggering since Friday. 65 deaths believed to be caused, at least in part, by extreme temperatures.
In just those 3 cities, 134 people have died, leading to growing questions about whether governments failed to protect people during this devastating heat wave.
We have extensive coverage tonight, beginning with CTV's Maria Weisgarber on the mounting death toll.
The heat has been unprecedented and for many hard to escape. And now cities are experiencing never-before-seen numbers of sudden deaths.
There have been a number of heat-related deaths that have depleted frontline resources.
In Vancouver, police are reporting there have been more than 65 sudden deaths since Friday, an average of more than 14 a day, when normally they would respond to 3 or 4.
Today alone, officers responded to 20 sudden deaths as of 1:45, and there's still more than a dozen others that are waiting for police to be dispatched.
In Burnaby, RCMP say 15 sudden deaths were reported Monday. On Tuesday, there were 19 at last update. They say a large number have been seniors who live alone.
Our members are finding that when they're going to these calls, these apartments are over 40 degrees, and not everyone has working air conditioning, and these are the people that we need to make sure we're checking up on several times a day if you can.
Surrey RCMP are also reporting a higher than average number of sudden deaths in the city, 22 on Monday and 13 at last update on Tuesday.
The large number of these sudden deaths involve seniors between the ages of 92 to 70. The youngest person that we have had is a 44-year-old.
BC's chief coroner says since late last week there has been a significant increase in reports of deaths where extreme heat is a suspected factor. The premier was asked if the province did enough to get the word out.
The public was acutely aware that we had a heat problem, and we were doing our best to break through all of the other noise to encourage people to take steps to protect themselves. But it was apparent to anyone who walked outdoors that we were in an unprecedented heat wave, and again, there's a level of personal responsibility.
Vancouver police are redeploying officers from other sections and calling them in from home to try and deal with the call backlog, but warn it could take days to return to normal. Maria Weisgarber, CTV News.
Now, the Premier's comments on the heat-related deaths have been causing plenty of backlash.
Nafisa Green is following this in the Breaking News Center. Nafisa, John Horgan has been forced to respond to that criticism.
Yeah, the backlash was pretty widespread. Here's just some of what he was responding to on social media. From Gina Fiorillo, what a disappointing and inadequate response from John Horgan. And from Derek Cummings, people need support, not to be criticized by Horgan. It has nothing to do with personal responsibility if you are a frail older person without a support system or resources like an AC. Late this afternoon, Horgan tweeted a response, but not an apology. Nothing can ease the pain of losing a loved one, whether it's from the unprecedented heat wave or any other cause. Mourning families deserve our compassion, and the wording of my comments didn't reflect that. Now, Horgan is also urging people to continue supporting one another and checking in on neighbors.